What is up, Aquarius? Welcome to your general timeless reading. These are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest, and they're timeless. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, okay? Let's see what we got going on for you. This is Spellcasters. If you want any of the tarot decks I use, they're all linked down below in the description box. And let's get into it. Show me what I most need to see for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Our second chances and shortcomings, and the heart space really opened up. I feel like this is a facing your fears energy, though. Which makes a lot of sense. Today's actually the full moon in Leo, which is bringing to the surface the end of a shadow work period, which means that all of the shadow work is coming to the surface, right? The darkness coming to the light, learning what to let go and why. Yep. Seeing the truth about what's been oppressing you, what's been keeping you down, what's been stopping you from achieving your happiness, your goals, reaching a higher state of consciousness. It's the integration of the shadow, right? The integration of the ego, the fears, the limiting beliefs. Really nice. And you're seeing it. The Page of Swords is seeing the truth. It's like the student, like, oh my gosh, I'm realizing the things that have been stopping me, that have been keeping me small, right? Whether it's myself, my relationships, my own beliefs, the way I perceive things. Really nice. Okay, let's continue for Aquarius. I heard conscious behavior. Okay, so this is like taking steps in the direction. Yeah, you're becoming a witness to your own reality, which is, okay, there's another person coming in now. So this has to do with how you're connecting with people. Yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, Judgment in reverse, Seven of Wands, and the Devil. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands, there they are. There they are. And Magician. Yeah. Distorted masculine energy. Okay? Distorted masculine energy. This might have been the energy of really wanting to be connected to somebody or attached to somebody, right? So you might have had distorted masculine and distorted feminine, because during this full moon in Leo, we do have Mars and Venus in a conjunction, which Mars is masculine, Venus is feminine. It's teaching us how to balance the dualities within ourselves, right? How to really perfect our masculine and feminine energy within ourselves, right? So we typically have excess of one or the other. I know these are timeless, but they do pick up the energies that are at play when I'm currently doing the reading. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is the card of investment. The Ace of Swords is the lack of truth. It's coming off as not seeing the truth of the situation. The Nine of Swords is like the aha moment. Typically, it's the energy of like anxieties and fears and struggle. But this feels like when it's hitting you, like, holy shit, like, I've been investing in something so much and waiting for it to grow, but it's not something that was really my truth. And it's almost like an energy of beating yourself up about it, like chasing something and wanting it so bad and realizing, wow, it really wasn't for me. And then pulling yourself out of that hole with the Seven of Wands and finally detaching from it, okay? The Knight of Wands feels like the tenacious energy as to why you were chasing it. I feel like it's because you might have been attached to an old mold, right? The mold that your family or friends or boss or coach wanted you to live up to, or mentor or teacher, and you're realizing this is not the mold that I want to be, okay? Breaking away from it and moving yourself in a new direction. This full moon in Leo we have, it's on the 16th of February, depending on when you're watching this. It is going to last for a few weeks, and it is the energy that the collective's moving into. It's shifting us into realizing our most authentic self and the version that we want to be as individuals. So it's the energy we've been talking about for a while now upon these nodes switching. So it's kind of mimicking that. Grand Lux Tarot. What's Grand Lux Tarot? I can't even like picture this deck. Okay. I was like, why am I hearing it? But I can't picture which deck it is. Is this Grand? Yes, it is. Okay. Is this Grand Lux? Yes, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't know why this is kind of like an Aquarius deck to me. I guess it's because it reminds me of like a lot of freedom. It's like a very liberating deck to me. It's like embodying your personal power. I really want to look at this Knight of Wands, but I feel like they're going to make me wait to the end for it. Yeah. Yeah, this is what you're breaking away from. They're going to make me wait to the end. Okay, let's look at the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords and the Sun we're going to do together, because this is like an overall realization of what's been oppressing you, what's been keeping you stuck. This is within yourself. for Aquarius. Okay. Page of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands and Judgment in reverse, and the Sun and Empress. Okay, I'm not going to take the rest because it's a really big stack. Empress is divine feminine. The Sun is masculine energy. It's also Leo energy. Judgment in reverse is Pluto, Scorpio energy. Three of Wands. Then we have the Page of Wands in reverse, so double fire energy. Okay, this is Venusian energy, Taurus energy, also our current North Node, and Libra energy. All of these are currently at play with this full moon in Leo that we have going on today. And it's almost like you've been waiting for a long time to finish this integration of your ego, finish almost like learning. It's like, when is this rough time going to be done? Like, I feel like I've been going through these lessons of like my younger self or my childhood or my teenage years or my early 20s, like over and over for a long time now. When is it going to be done? You're realizing it no longer served you, and that realization is actually you learning to care for yourself, learning to meet your own needs, okay? Which is a big lesson for the collective right now, learning not to rely on others to fulfill their own happiness, but learning to fulfill their own happiness within themselves, and in turn, they're learning to have more balanced connections, not codependent or imbalanced connections where they're self-sacrificing, have a lack of boundaries and whatnot, right? Healthy Empress energy, very divine feminine energy, not excessive masculine energy. I was like, where'd my tarot deck go? Okay. Let's, this is also no longer seeking external validation. That just came through. Yeah, I like this. Let's look at this. Oh, that's what this is. That's what this is. It's like wanting approval. It was wanting approval. And it's like, holy shit, I was investing in you because I wanted you to approve of me in the mold that you wanted me to be, but I didn't want to be that mold. Yeah. You're like, I'll get your approval when I'm happy with myself and I'm being who I want to be, because you're going to realize that I'm happy. And if you really love me, you're just going to approve of that. Let's look at this as a group. Yeah, Seven of Swords in reverse. You're realizing it was a self-sabotaging behavior. You just don't want to do it anymore. It doesn't serve you. Does not serve you. Second chances are coming up. Yeah, Hierophant. I love that this came out. The Hierophant to me as a reader is the rule book, right? It's the rule book we create for ourselves. So it's like me saying like, so when I, I'll use myself as an example. For the longest time, I thought I was going to be a vet, right? I had my degree in biology. I was like, I'm going to go to vet school. I spent 8 years working at a zoo and animal behaviorism, all the stuff. And I was like, I'm going to be a vet, right? Did my internship, all this stuff. And then I was like, wait, what the hell? Cracked my brain open. Nope. Out of the corporate world. Got rid of my degree. Play with tarot cards for a living. Just did what resonated with my soul instead of what society wanted me to do. Go to school. Get a degree. Do something that's going to make a lot of money and get married, have kids, you know, by the time I was like 20 something, and I'm 28 now, you know, I'm not going to do that. I just don't want to. I just want to travel and do things, you know, and it's just kind of like, what's your rule book? Not society's rule book, not your family's rule book, right? How many families are like, oh, my parents were doctors and then they want me to be a doctor, and oh, my parents were lawyers and they want me to be a lawyer, and you know, well, my parents own a construction company and they want me to take it over, so I'm going to take it over. No, what do you want to do? What's your own rule book? It's throwing out the mold. It's creating your own mold. And you're realizing you were trying to fulfill something, right? Whether it was something lineage-wise like that, or my partner wants me to be this kind of partner, and trying to meet their needs and be this kind of partner for them is not something that is satisfying for me because it's not the kind of person I am, right? Like, if you don't want to be a stay-at-home wife, why are you being a stay-at-home wife? Compromise, right? Okay. It's throwing out the rule book because you realize that it's actually low-key killing you inside. World in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse. And you want to end the cycle because the Page of Cups in reverse is a lack of vulnerability and it's a lack of authenticity to self. The Page of Cups is emotional authenticity. You're not being honest about how you feel about this cycle, how you felt about this situation. You're like, nope. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. You want to leave. You want out of it because it's not emotionally fulfilling. Nine of Cups. It's not your hope and wish fulfillment. There comes the transformation, the tower moment. Crumbling down. Let it go. It's not for you. Toodaloo. Bye-bye. Cool. Judgment in reverse. And the Seven of Wands. Standing up for the fact that this is not your path, right? Standing your ground, because you're most likely going to get a little bit of backlash once you start setting boundaries and are like, I don't want to do this anymore. Because people are going to be like, wait, you don't want to what? Yeah, no, I don't want to do this. Yep, Knight of Wands. You don't want to what? Yeah, I don't want to do this. You want to go that way? Yeah, I want over here. Knight of Wands, you want to explore. You want to travel. You want to do the things that are igniting your soul and your passions. Wands energy, right? I feel a lot of combative energy coming in with this. That combative energy could also be Mars. It could be the passionate energy of like, I'm ready to fight anybody that tries to get in my way or stop me. It doesn't have to necessarily be arguments and combative interactions with people. It could be like you're ready to knock anybody out of the way that tries to stop you right now. Okay? Let's look at this again. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You're like, don't fuck with me. Just don't do it. Don't do it because I will cut you the fuck down. For the people in the back, I said, I'll cut you the fuck down. Okay? Just in case you couldn't hear me, that's the Queen of Swords. Don't fuck with me. I know what I want, and I'm going to go get it. And if you try to stop me, I will cut you the fuck down. Okay. Bye-bye now. I'm going to go towards what I want, because I'm done doing what you wanted, because I don't want to do it. Four of Cups. It's kind of like, oh, you're going to offer me that? Yeah, well, I'm done pretending like I actually want to take it, so I'm going to go do what I want. Devil in reverse. It's detaching. It's detaching. It's no longer allowing the fear of disappointing or not pleasing the people you care for so much to stop you from fulfilling your own needs, from being who you want to be. Right? Codependency, people pleasing, out of the fear of abandonment or rejection. Four of Cups, right? Rejection. Dun, 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 dun. Hangman, indicative of the dark night of the soul in tarot. Also integration of the shadow, allows you to move forward. Chariot. Da, da. You're surrendering. You have a brand new perspective on things. And you're just kind of like, I'm willing to go with the flow now, because I realize that when I surrender and I'm present, I actually find more peace in things. And when I just stop caring about what you think about me and I detach and I become a witness, I realize that your opinion has more to do with your insecurities about yourself than it really has to do with me. I'm going to just keep doing what I want to do with my life. And just because you wouldn't do it doesn't mean that I won't do it, because you are not me. And this is not your path. So toodaloo. But I love you, and I hope that you feel comfortable in your own skin one day enough to take the chances that I'm taking for myself. Eight of Swords in reverse. You're releasing yourself from the self-imposed prison, right? The overthinking, overanalyzing of giving a shit what people think. Don't care. Don't care. And it's not in like a rude way. It's just like, it's simply like, for example, like if your parent is like, well, maybe you should find something that's a little bit more stable for you. Well, I'm sorry that the things that I'm doing in my life you might find a little risky, because you do not find comfort in the place that I am right now. But I can find comfort and surrender and knowing that everything's going to be just fine. Right? People have different comfort zones. They just do. And some people are more willing to go with the flow and understand ebb and flow than others. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. Eight of Wands in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah. You are done, 10 of Wands, bottom of the deck, with people who you're like literally blocking all people who are naysaying what you want to go towards. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to negate or stand in the way of where I want to go in my life? I'm going to basically create a big wall and not allow you to block the things that I want to pursue. Because their Knight of Swords is arguments, is the chitter chatter of, you probably shouldn't do that. I don't think that's a good idea. Do you not think it's a good idea because you want to do it in your life? Well, good thing this is not your life. I'm grown, and I can make my own decisions, and I can pay my own consequences. And you know what? I'm going to make my own bed, and I'm going to lay in it. Free will. Woohoo! Right? It's that simple. But do not allow somebody else's fear and insecurities. Do not attach to somebody else's fear and insecurities. See it for truth. Is it true advice, or is it a projection of their own fear and insecurity to step into risk and new opportunity? Because those are two very different things, right? If I listened to everybody that was like, don't quit your corporate job, don't quit your corporate job, we would not be here right now. I randomly quit my corporate job. Had no plan. Was just like, quit, sat for 3 months, no idea what to do. And I was like, hey, I have a tarot deck. Hey, I'm going to upload a video. And it became this. It became a full-time job. Full-time job. It's what I do for a living. I love it because it aligns with me. And if I listen to everybody that was like, well, it's not going to fully support you, that's really effing stupid. Well, you know, that's your opinion because of your fears, because of your insecurities. I wouldn't be where I am right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't attach to what other people say because other people are not you. I love you. I wish you the best. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, down below description box. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.